All right, let's do this. Good evening. Good evening. Steve Smith. Absolutely. There's never volume. Rarely, I should say. Rarely any volume. Overnight trading or Asia session or whatever you call it. Definitely no volume. It's totally slow. I've been watching it now for the last half hour. It's been pretty damn slow. So it's a different style of trading, right? Let's see if we find anything. Any setup today. Yeah, not much action at all tonight. Good evening to everybody. Let's see if we can find a trade. We are coming to a pivot point, 560. All-time high up at 580. Let's see how far this play will go. And maybe I'll attempt to short this. How far will she go? Let's find out. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to the stream. Slow market. Uh, Looks like it's trying to wake up. Let's find out. It's a pushing for sure. Question is how far. You got a pivot point up in the 60s range. Ola trades. Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere. All right, let's see if we can find something. That other JC. Good evening, brother. Good evening. All right, I'm gonna see if we can go a little higher. If we can maybe hit that pivot point at 560. Be a little patient. Um, I hope it doesn't come down on here. I hope there's more to this play. Otherwise, I just missed the short entry. And I'm not going to hop on it now, chasing it. So good evening to everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if we can get a little more action to the upside and then attempt to short this. I hope I didn't miss the short. I hope there's one more wave. It was moving pretty slow, and then all of a sudden it tried to wake up. It tried to wake up and rallied 10 points. All right, good evening to everyone. Shaw, you took the day off? Good man. It's always good to take a day off, give the mind a little reset. That other JC, good evening to everyone. Let's see if, what am I looking for? I'm watching that pivot point up at the 60s. I'd like to see if NQ can continue to push up before attempting a short. I hope the short doesn't happen here because I'm not chasing it. I got to wait for the level. I'd be happier around 60 area. So that is the plan for now. Good evening to everybody. It is moving pretty slow. We might be doing a lot of talking tonight. So if you guys have questions on prop firms or anything in general, today's the day. If you're up there in the branches, feel free to come down to the chat. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Looks like tonight we're going to be talking a lot. Mr. 123 Protein. Just curious, are you using any indicator for the sell signal? Um, there is no magical indicator. It's just kind of my thought process here. I'm watching for a reversal. In other words, the pivot point could be an area. Doesn't mean it's not going to continue to push up tonight. Go straight to funded. What up, brother? Oh, I gotta turn off this thing. It's not saying the name. It's supposed to say whoever just joined the chat. Juve. Juve por sempre. Hello, folks. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's hope we're not chit-chatting too much tonight. It's been pretty slow, but I do see this push up. I'm watching. I'd like to get closer to 60 and attempt to short that area. Good evening, Coop. Can you run through your basic strategy? I don't use ITC. I'm mainly a 20 and 200 SMA player, along with pivot points and support and resistance on higher time frames. That's pretty much it. Nayef Malik. Good evening, brother. Good evening to everybody. I'm hoping this pullback is not happening here. Oh, man. I was hoping a little higher to start a short, but who knows? Yeah, this morning was slow and choppy for sure. At least while I was trading. I left pretty early. Let me take a look at this. Ooh, it was nasty afterwards too. Wow. Oh, so we finally came down around 10. Oh, and then we rallied right back up. Full V recovery. Oh, wow. This morning I had a good trade, one and done trade pretty early. So I wasn't pushing my luck at all. Ah, bummer. I just missed this trade. That was the short. Ah. All right, we gotta let it go. I was looking for 560, came up to 545. Yeah, FOMC on Friday. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna trade Friday. Friday, I'm traveling to Sedona, so I don't think I'll be able to trade Friday, which is a bummer because there's gonna be a lot of movement. And then we got CPI as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy week. We got earnings week, so should start moving the next couple of days for sure. But today was pretty slow. All right, let's see if we get another leg up on this. I don't know, 20-point rally that the Bulls have been trying to do. It's really slow, very low volume. So we'll see if we can make anything happen here. Christopher, welcome to the stream. Good evening to everyone. Looks like today we're going to be chit-chatting a lot. It's we just had a 10-point rally and that's about it. So I'm sorry, NFP on Friday. My bad. You're right. Mr. 123 Protein. NFP is on Friday. So we got a busy week. Tomorrow we got Jolt's job openings, ADP on the 30th. Initial jobless claims. And non-farm payrolls, NFP on Friday. NFP will be very interesting. So it's going to be an interesting week. A lot of news. A lot of news and earnings, right? You got Apple, Amazon, Chevron, Exxon, Meta. Microsoft. Got a couple earnings calls this week. So maybe today was just the what's the silence before the storm? Well, let's see if we can get a push up. I'd like to short this, but a little higher, closer to a pivot point, but may have missed the entry. We'll see. MP, good evening. Good evening to everyone. See if there's another leg to this push up. Juve, I like you already, brother. Yes, please help me out with the like button. If you're new to the stream and you're enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Duality C, good evening, brother. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's see if they can push this up to that 560, 570 area. We'll see what happens up there. At that point, they're pretty close to highs. Was that the Sunday high, right? All these all-time highs being set during the overnight session. Crazy. That other JC, fair value gap above 54.59. Okay. And that would coincide with my pivot point at around 55. So I think that's the area I'm looking for. If it exaggerates it, maybe start a short up there, but who knows? Maybe 45 is all we're gonna get, and we missed the short, which would be unfortunate. Let's see. But it's pretty slow tonight, so we might be doing a lot of talking tonight. All right, let's see if we can get this to move up to those 60 area, 70 area up there. Sunny, the ATR is only 2. Oh boy, looks like we're going to be talking a lot tonight then. In a trade, good morning, brother. And I know I say in a trade, but I know it's Indonesia trade. So welcome to the stream. Good morning to you. Good morning to all the international folks. Anybody tuned in overseas, good morning. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of talking tonight. I thought about whether I should tune in stream or not. How slow it is. That other JC, he's going long and he's targeting that pivot point up there, or his fair value gap in the what's it called? What did you say? Your 549? Yep. And I'll wait to see what happens up there at 550 to short it. What I'm hoping is not going to happen is the short is playing out as we speak, and I missed the entry up here. But we'll see. Got to give it some time. Good evening to everyone. If you're new to the stream, feel free to come down to the chat. If you're up there in the branches, don't be shy. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Every night we get all these, we're pretty much, what did we get last week? California, Arizona, Washington. We had viewers from South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Florida, New Jersey. So all right, looks like we missed I missed my entry in the 40s right here. I'm hoping we can come up to the 60s. Canada. So we got a little bit of everything on this stream. If you're new to the stream or hanging out in the branches, don't be shy. Feel free to come down to the chat. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Tell us about your trading maybe. Are you in position? Are you in a long? Are you in a short? Like I said, it's moving pretty slow. We're gonna be chit-chatting a lot tonight. It's currently in this ascending channel, so I think there's probably another leg to this. Targeting that 550. We got a pivot point up in the 50 range, 50 to 60. So let's see if we can get it up there to 50, 60. And then maybe I'll attempt to short it up there. Or I could switch to micros and start building a position from now. I'm MP already. Took a micro at 508 and sold it at 537. That's a nice 25 point trade. Nice, nicely done. Yeah, I think everybody, regardless of the strategy that you're using, 550 area, I think a lot of us are watching it. Either you're in a long and you're targeting that area, or you're looking for that area to short. Sunny's telling us that book map, bright red up in that 550, 548. I have pivot points there. That other JC has a fair value gap up there. So it seems like that area is coinciding with multiple strategies, and that's what you want to hear. All right, like I said, I'm hoping there's another leg up to this. Hopefully we get a little resolution up there around that pivot point or that book map area that I believe it was Sunny is telling us is bright red. That other JC, the question is, can we get up there? Yes, sir. I'm hoping that this was not the top and the short is already playing out in front of us. Ugh, bummer. Could be. Could be. I hope there's another leg to this. Oh, forget it. The short is playing. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Come on, bounce here. Go straight to funded. 548 is slowing a big wig if we get up there. Yep. All of us with different strategies, it looks like. That other JC has a fair value up there in the 50 range. Sunny's watching Bookmap and has a big red liquidity zone, 550. I'm looking at pivot points, 550. So listen, we're all looking at the same area. The question is, will NQ do it for us? I'd like to get in a short, but I'd like to get in the short a little higher, closer to that pivot point. But like I said, if this is the high of this whole play, then it's over. The short is already playing out. And then it's a question of how do we participate? So hopefully we get another push up. If we don't, then I got to figure out how to short this. It just broke out of that ascending channel, which is what I was watching, right? If you run your trend line, here's the top, here's the bottom, and we flushed a little bit below it, but let's see if price action can get right back into it. If it gets back into it, then we're targeting that pivot point, or whatever fair value gap, your book map. Everybody has a different strategy, but one thing, it looks like we're all agreeing in that level, and everybody's, at least several of us, are watching that level. Whether you're in a long right now targeting it, or you're looking for that level to short, which is what I'm looking to do. I'd like to short it up there, but let's see. So good evening to everyone. If you're new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I live stream every evening now, 6:15 Eastern. I'm sorry, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. I'm still asleep. 9:15 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. I won't do Sunday. Sunday's for the family. But I am doing Monday through Thursday, and I also do the morning session, New York session, 9:15 Eastern, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. So I mainly trade the open. I don't do too much of Asia, but let's see if we can catch some trade today. This morning was painful. I got a trade in pretty early, a one and done trade, but after that, it moved pretty slow. It wasn't until almost power hour that you saw the action, right? Around 1 o'clock. That's when you saw that push up. All right, here they come, trying to push this up. See if we can get that area that everybody seems to be talking about, 550, 560, and get up there. Question is, will it be able to get up there? That's the question of the night. All right, I need some water, and I'll be right back, guys. MP, who thinks short trap in before another leg up? I hope so. I want this to go a little higher to try to short it. I hope the short is not playing out because then I missed the play. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know that I'm on mute as usual. All right. Well, we'll see. I hope. I think there's another leg up. We're too close to that pivot point. So hopefully we can get up to that 560 area. And at that point, you're close to, what is that, all-time high? 580? Wow. Sunny, I don't know if we're all seeing short. I think some of them are long already. That other JC is in a long up to 550 area. But I'm looking to short it up there. It looks like fair value gap up there based on that other JC's analysis. Sunny's got book map and he's seeing liquidity up at 550 area. That's a pivot point in my charts. And Diego Pena is already in a long. That other JC is in a long as well. And that long is to that area that some of us are looking to short. So I think we're all thinking about the same thing. NQ is going up to 550, 560 area. And then from there, the longs are getting out. And some of us that are planning to short will probably hop on. So very similar ideas. It's just how you play it. Now the question is, can NQ get up there? If the short happened here, in other words, this 545 area, and that's as high as we're going to go, well, we're all going to have to scratch our heads and rethink the strategy and figure out how to participate in either a long or a short, depending on what you're trying to do. Diego Pena is up 500. Nice, brother. That's a nice trade. Yeah, that's the question of the night, Diego. Continue to ride NQ to 550 if you're in a long, or did the short start playing out at 545? I wish I knew the answer because I want to short it at 560, 565 up here. If we don't get up there, that means this was the short entry, and that would be a bummer. But let's be a little patient. A lot of us, it looks like several of you guys have the same idea, whether you're going up or you're going down. 550 area seems to be the area to watch for. PropWorks Trading. What software do you use to stream? OBS. Well, we were in the ascending channel. In other words, we were in this channel first. And this is the channel that I was planning to play all the way up here and start my short entry up here. The problem is we just entered a descending channel. All right, no, and it's starting to play out. Now, we can come and touch the 200 SMA, which is the red line, the bottom of this channel, and use it as a bounce to finally come up here. But it is a tight channel. So I was initially, when I turned on the stream, I was watching this and I was hoping for another leg down and a leg up to this area to short this right here. This was my thought process. Problem is we got out of this ascending channel and now we're in a descending channel, right? It's going up and down. It could use the 200 as the launch pad and then go right back up, but I'm waiting for price action here to short. If the short is playing out, then I just got to figure out how to participate in a short without exposing myself to too much drawdown. So that's the thought process right now. Good evening to everyone. If you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We got a lot of talking tonight. We got a lot of chatting tonight. It's moving slow, patience. So in the meantime, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I will be live streaming evenings, Monday through Thursday. Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, let's wait for that trade. We got a lot of chatting tonight, so if you got some questions, if you guys have questions on prop firms or anything, happy to help. Or there's plenty of us in the chat that can answer any questions for anybody up in the branches. Don't be shy. Come on down and chat. Like I said, it's moving slow. Not like we're going to miss anything chit-chatting away. Well, I hope it's not the end of this channel. If I'm hoping price action can come back into it and come back up to this area. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if we're gonna see 550 now. Let's see if this price action maybe can use the 200 SMA to come back up. Otherwise, now we'd be waiting for a bounce. Where would we take the bounce? VWAP? Or are we going to wait for a full pullback down to 500? All right, just came down and tried to flush below the 200. Let's see if 200 gives it a bounce that we're looking for. And bounce it all the way up to 550, 560 area. If we're gonna flush it, then you got VWAP. Now we would have to flip to a bounce play, or at least I will. 528, 530, which we're touching VWAP right now. We're about to. There's that VWAP touch, and at this point, you're looking for full pullback. Wow. Missed the entry, man. Upsetting. This was the entry right here. Oh well. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Does not count. All right, that's a VWAP touch plus the 200 SMA. I would think we have a bounce here. Let's see. That's a pretty sharp pullback. Well, sharp pullback in overnight hours terms. What was it? 20 points? Go straight to funded. I'm flat. I'm not in a position right now. I'm flat. All right, she's flushing. Question is, how far? And do we have a bounce play? flushing hard. It's 20 points. All right, it's continuing to push down. Let's see how, at this point, it's flushing below VWAP. So this could be a full touch of 500 now. That's the pivot point, and then I guess forget about the short bounce. Now we're talking bounce area, the 500 to 520 area. Josh, correct. That's, if we miss this short, now we got to look at how low will she go and potentially play the bounce. So now it's looking for the bounce area, and that's looking like 500 to 520, depending on what you're looking at. So I'd be looking to, we get down to that 510 area, that'd be sweet. We may not get 510, 520 may be as far as we go. Well, I shouldn't say as far as we go. Just when you think it can't go any lower, it will. Let's see if we can get 510 on this. All right, so it's coming into this range, right? The bottom of that range, it looks like it's doing a look above and fail. So now we'd be looking at this area, 510, 520 for a potential long. If it's going to flush with continuation, then let's just make sure we don't have any news. Do we have any news going on right now? All right, there it goes. It's flushing hard. She's a pushing. Any news that we should be aware of? I don't see any news. I don't see news. So we'll start a long entry here. Ugh. If it flushes below the bottom of this range, then we're going in for some heavy downside. I'll clip it. So my stop will be somewhere around, actually, let me just set it. Yep. Tight little stop below the range if they're going to flush it. See if we can pick up the bounce there. VWAP would be the first test of that bounce, which is around 27. If VWAP flips to resistance, then there's more downside to this. King Caesar in the house. What up, brother? If it can't pop above VWAP, then there's more downside tonight to this. Forget about 560. If they can pop it above VWAP, then there might be a play here on this long. Yeah, goes straight to funded. He's long as well. Though it may go down for a full 80 ticks, I agree. I'm even willing to open up my stop a little bit. The only problem is if we truly get continuation to the downside, then I'm in trouble. All right, it just came to the 200 and the 20 SMA. For initial resistance there, we need it to continue, and we're in some good territory. If this is resistance and NQ does want to test these lows, then trades off at that point. We need to be able to push above these moving averages. And it is a key level. That's the top of this breakout area. It's the initial breakout. Two things can happen. We can test this for continuation to the upside, or this is a look above and fail, and we come right back into the range and potentially flush to the downside. I knew the answer. I'd let you know. I'm playing it as a bounce, a test of this area, a little exaggerated test for continuation to the upside, and now possibly even target some of those numbers up there we were talking about earlier. Go straight to funded. Let's go for Tori's trend line. If we can come up here, we're at the top of this channel. We're back into the channel. Now we need to continue to break out of the channel, not use this channel as resistance. Let's find out. If we can use this bounce for the upside, then we good. If the channel holds and it just comes right back down, then we're not good. All right, here we go. We're continuing to push. So I'll probably target somewhere around the bottom of this channel, depending if we continue to push up. Let's not get too greedy. It's overnight hours, overnight session. So as it moves, I'm going to start targeting this area. If we come back into the channel, then I got decisions. Do I want it? Do I want to let it flush below the 9 and the, well, you got everything here, the 9, the 20, and the 200. So you got a nice little area of confluence here along with VWAP. VWAP's at 27. So can they push above this area, or is this descending channel continuing to play out just with a little exaggerated look below and fail? That's all. So it could go either way. PropWorks is taking profit at 538. Okay, so you're going basically on this area. Yeah, I'd like to play the bottom of this channel as resistance, which kind of coincides with that pivot point up at 557. Technically, this could be the end of the move. I'm being a little conservative and just calling it quits at 545, but I can adjust. I can adjust if needed. Sawdust and blinker fluid. Brother, I haven't seen you in a long time. You're one of the OGs going back to like January, February. So good to see you here again. Good to see some of the OGs when I first started live streaming. But I was so inconsistent. I would live stream for a day and disappear for 3 months. I'd come back for 2 days and I'd disappear for 6 months. So yeah, now I'm doing it every day. Every day. I've been consistent for almost a month, a little over a month now. Every day, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. And I'm doing Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Go straight to funded. It's had its losses, my friend. We've had losses. We've had losses, no question about it. Let's go. Let's go. All the longs. Keep pushing. That was a nice little trap for shorts. Bought 3 new take profit accounts today. Nice, nice, brother. Take profit trader, man. Love it. MP dad jokes. I didn't know TBM did dad jokes. Listen, at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta need to do. You gotta do what you need to do to keep it entertaining. I mean, listen, trading can be quiet, right? It could get pretty quiet if price action is not there. So I don't blame him if he's doing dad jokes. But no, no plans to read dad jokes. All right, can NQ continue to push up? Let's do it. Go straight to funded. Tori has a video on how lonely it can be traded. Dude, I think she's a very smart marketing girl. I refuse to believe that Tori is lonely. But she does use that theme very well. I saw another video today that she didn't see a human for, I think, all day. She saw 2 humans, and it was all about trading talk. And she's always not using that angle of how lonely. So you know that guys are probably commenting like, oh, if you're lonely, I'll talk to you, you know, call me. I think she's clever marketing. I don't think Tori is lonely, but you know, who knows? Who knows? All right, let's see if we can get some more juice out of this. Like I said, if it breaks below the 9, then I gotta clip it, walk out with a little bit of profit. But I'm hoping that the 9 continues to provide support and potentially target this. If we're just going to use this trend line here as the max, and now we have a little exaggerated to the upside, then I can just flip it there as well. I got options. Oliver, I'd love to make her my 5th wife. Yeah. Jaslow, Funded Futures Network. I trade Funded Futures Network, actually. Actually, the account that I'm trading right now is Funded Futures Network. They're Rhythmic only, and I love Rhythmic. So I got nothing but good things to say about them. In other words, I shouldn't say that. I don't have anything negative to say about them yet. Funded Futures Network has a buy one get one free, I think, deal still going on. If you use code JCDT, you can get 50% off there. But in general, they've been around for several years. It's not a new prop firm. Funded Futures Network has been around for a lot of years. They just don't do too much marketing. They're kind of quiet. They just have a few traders pay, and they don't complicate it. I've heard about the live rates. Yep. Olivier. No, they do not have Tradeify. That other JC is up 86 bucks across all accounts. Nice. But yeah, we need some pushing here, and it's slowing down. It's faded out. The good thing is it is using the 9 EMA now for support. If I see a break, then I can use this trend line as the out. So I have some options. That's not pretty. That's not cool. Coming back into that channel. And Q. You can't make it easy, can you? Always has to complicate it. Coming back for a VWAP touch, 528, and VWAP hold, or is that it for this move? Captain Price, he's here to full port micros. How do I start? Just hit that market button, baby. Long or short? And it's flushing below the 20, so the move could be done. T Massive, good evening. Good evening again. And Q, making it difficult tonight. Just when we thought we had a nice little play up, flushes right back down. Yeah, I'm holding for now, but let's see. Let's see if this is just a test of the breakout area. That'd be the second test, and if we can get above these moving averages again, there's life. If we continue to stay below the 200 SMA here and VWAP, then we probably got more downside. But I'm still in. I'll get concerned if we get back into range, and yeah, at that point, gotta clip it. If they can't get above this area, then we got more downside. Need a rocket candle? This may have been the high of this move. We may have had to get out of here at 538. We'll see. See if this is just a retest of that 530 area. Nicholas, flushing is when you see quick movements to the downside. NQ is notorious for those flushes. Actually, this morning, if you stayed in that morning, the channel right at the open for too long, you got flushed out for being greedy. Let's see if we get this push. Maybe I'll show you that flush. All right, it's attempting to push above those moving averages again. Stair stepping. Caveman, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Good evening, everyone who's tuned in. Here, I'll show you a flush. Let me see if I can find this morning's trades. Ah, here it is. So this morning I played a channel. This was the only trade of the day. Right here. And anybody who stayed, let me bring this over here. This was a 30 point trade. Anyone who stayed in this channel getting greedy, you got flushed out pretty quickly. So you got to be careful with channels, especially during the New York session. That was a quick flush for anyone staying in that long. After I saw that, I was like, I got out perfectly. I'm done. That was my one and done trade for the morning session. All right, NQ slowing down again. Hopefully we can start building some support around these moving averages again. We're above VWAP, but we need it to push. Sonny, not moving at all, man. We have like these little bursts, and then it fades out. Rockworks, welcome to the stream, brother. I wish we had a little bit more price action, but let's see if we can get this play in our favor. Coming back to test VWAP. Not making it easy. Not making it easy tonight. Sunny, I live in Arizona, the desert. It was 110 degrees today. That's normal. Not too hot, not too cold. Dry, radiating heat. I'll take 100 degrees of dry weather, of dry heat, over 90 degrees with humidity. Ah, bummer. Yep, not giving us the play. Yeah, it gets hot. It gets hot. You get used to it, though. But like I said, I'll take 100 degrees of dry, radiating heat over 90 degrees with humidity. God damn NQ, you just don't want to do it tonight, do you? User 2000 is in a short. Yeah, it looks like it's breaking down. Looks like it's breaking down. Needs to get above those moving averages though, and get out of this range that you had to break out. Otherwise, this is just a look above and fail, and we got potential further downside. PropWorks is short at 535. And I'm not liking that descending channel that it's in now, so I may have to get out. If I get another touch of 535, I may have to get out of this long. Caveman, I was originally looking at that pivot point up at 560, but I think they're starting to build some selling pressure on this. But it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, go straight to funded. I'm still in, but looks like it's fading. It ain't over till it's over, but we'll see. We'll see if the bulls have anything left. Otherwise, this was the short entry right here, and we got continuation. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're new to the stream and you're enjoying the content, do me a favor. Help me out with the YouTube algo. Smash that like, smash that subscribe. Doing this Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and I trade NASDAQ during the New York session, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. God damn it, NQ. Yeah, it's not. It's fading out. Nicholas, the algorithm owes you a new phone. That's a good way of seeing it. All right. They're not able to push above these moving averages. That's no bueno for the longs. That's good for the shorts, but no bueno for the longs. Litau, enlarge and redraw channel. Yeah, I'm just watching this second channel right here, right? You got this descending channel right here playing out. So I'm watching that. If we come back, if we respect the high of this, then we're in a descending channel. I'll probably have to close. We'll see. George Panos, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Andres Cruz, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the kind comments. Appreciate it. Appreciate you and appreciate everyone for tuning in. All right. What to do with a fading upside? Pawn, yeah, I agree with you. If we come back into this range that we were playing in earlier during the overnight, there's further downside. This area is critical for the bulls to make that move to the upside. Otherwise, I agree, further downside. But it needs to move. Whatever direction, just move. Struggling at this 530 to pop up. So for those of you that are playing shorts, you want it to flush below 530. Bulls are trying hard to keep 530, but I don't think so. E is in a long to 550. So that's good. We have another night of different positions. We got some folks in shorts, some are in longs, and that's how the market works in general. You're going to have shorts, you're going to have longs. This 530 level is make or break, though. Starting to wick, not good. Selling pressure building. Wiki. Starting to wick. All right, selling pressure building. Are they going to bring it back into that range? At that point, you got pivot point all the way down. You got the opposite pivot point down in the 500 area, 505. I'm not going to take the drawdown all the way down there. Selling pressure is building. We're testing VWAP again. But now we're starting to build positioning below the moving averages. So I think the shorts, the bears are applying some selling pressure here. We'll see. We'll see if they can bounce it. Go straight to funded. Out, but you're out in the green, so you're good. Propworks, you got a nice little short there, right? 530. I forgot what your entry was. You got a nice little short. Go straight to funded. I think the only other option for the long would be the pivot point touchdown at 505. I'm just watching to see if there's any bounce here. Otherwise, I'll clip probably at break even or close to break even. I won't let the, what is it? That's got a 9-point stop. Probably trim it to like 3 or 4 points. All right, let's see if we can get out of that range. If we can't get out of that range, then there's no life to this long. If we can bounce it back up to 540, then I'll probably clip it there. But bulls are getting weak. Unable to push above those moving averages, at least for now. And this descending channel is playing out. This is what I'm watching. If we can't break out of that, then shorts have more downside to this. If it respects the channel, then We got some more downside. If it pops out, then we might be okay for at least 540-ish. Yeah, unable to get out. Come on, pop out. Pop out. You can do it. Pop out. Let's go. I'll be back, guys. I just got to get some more water. Do me a favor. If it hits my stop, blink twice so I know. All right? Just blink twice. All right. Still undecided what it wants to do, huh? King Caesar. Bro, we're trading. You and I are so used to New York session. We're trading like 2-point movements here. It's like watching paint dry. All right, attempting to get out of that descending channel. See if we can get out. Otherwise, if the channel holds, if it respects that descending channel, then I probably can just clip it for a little bit of profit. We got some more downside. Yep, channel's holding. Nicholas, how would fibs be useful here? Just curious. Depends on what time frame. If you're looking at the entire move to the downside from 580, you could use a fib. But I think we're above the 50% right now on that pullback. Just depends on what time frame and what strategy you're using for fibs. Protworks bounce at 529. Let's hope. Let's see it. If it pops out of that channel, we got a little bounce happening, but it's got to pop out of that channel. If it respects the channel, we in trouble. We in trouble. I do think the selling pressure is building, so this thing either pops or bears are going to flush this further down. If we break below 520, there's more downside. Lens Logic, yes, I'm in a long. My entry is at 524. I was originally targeting that pivot point at 560, but I don't know. Bears have convinced me with their selling pressure, so I've brought it down to 545 TP. They start rocket shooting here, then I could change it to 550 maybe at the most. 560 would be the push of that pivot point, but I'm not convinced anymore. All right, come on, one push. We need one more push. Don't break down here. Don't fall apart. We need you to make it easy one night. God damn it. Just can't make it easy. No continuation. Nope. She's trying to push. Nicholas Gomez. I have a Adobe. A Doberman. If it needs another VWAP touch. Come on. Come on, NQ. One move. Just make it easy. One move. I can call it a night. One quick pop so I can call it a night. Drag this out a little more than I wanted. No, come on. Well, good evening to everyone. If you're new to the stream and you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Doing this now Monday through Thursday evenings, or the late Asia session, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. And I also trade NASDAQ every morning. New York session, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Tonight we're a little snail pace, trying to decide if I want to stay in this trade or clip it. Very slow price action, but bears seem to be applying some pressure here. Tyson Hall, yeah, we had a nice green morning. One trade, one and done. Even though it was moving pretty slow, I got my 30 points right around the open. Prop works, yeah. Let's try to push this. I'd like to be done with this. But I'm also aware that this move to the upside is starting to fade. Nicholas, manifesting is real? I don't know about manifesting in trading. I manifest in life, career goals. In trading, I want to say manifesting is hoping. But I agree. You should always be positive. In trading, manifesting versus hopium. Yeah, that's a valid point. In life, manifesting is great. I think it puts you in the right mindset when you have clear goals that you want to do, career, family, whatever it is. I think manifesting is important. In trading, though, you got to be careful that it doesn't become hopium. So, very well put there, that other JC. Man, NASDAQ, just you don't want to make it easy, do you? Like 2-point moves. Jacob, manifesting is my trading strategy. Hey, if you're profitable and it's consistent, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks about your trading strategy. As long as you get your green. Try explaining that to Apex. Yeah, manifesting works with your personal accounts. I don't know if that's going to work for Apex, though. Which, by the way, Apex, 90% off still. I loaded up on a couple of accounts, a couple of evals. I only buy Apex at 90%. That is the only time I buy Apex accounts. So if you haven't bought yours, you still got time, 90%. You can use that code JCDT. Not only do you get a discount, you help out with the channel. So appreciate all of you that have been using code JCDT. Come on, NASDAQ. You just can't make it easy, can you? You just can't have a quick little... How many points is that? 10-point pop. Can't. It has to consolidate. It has to go up 3 points, come back 2 to test. King Caesar, I suck without momentum. I don't know how you're trying to like scalp this, brother. It's like moving 2 points. You gotta like add leverage for your style. You gotta go in with like 10 contracts. Oh my God, this is the most annoying price action. Car Surgeon, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. For everyone that has been subscribing to the channel, I appreciate you all. Naga Puneet Shandu, thank you for subscribing as well. I know I've been a little late on these messages, but thanks for everyone who's tuning in. If you're new, thank you for smashing that like button. Help me out with the YouTube algo. Hit that subscribe button. We do this Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. We're snail pace here. We're moving about a point up, 3 points down to test. Another 2 points up, 3 points down. If you're up in the branches, don't be shy. Feel free to come down into the chat. Let us know where you're tuned in from. We got a couple of states here. We got California, Arizona. Trying to remember who I know. California, Arizona, Texas in the house for sure. New Jersey, Florida. The UK is in the house. France is in the house. So feel free to come on down to the chat. We don't bite. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're tuned in. Mississippi, there we go. Florida. Paris, yeah. Anytime I see Nicholas Gomez, I know it's Paris. Canada, Puerto Rico, New York. There we go. We got a little bit of everything. So welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know you guys got a lot of options to watch and talented traders out there. So thank you for taking the time to tune in. And we'll be talking a lot tonight. We're moving 1 or 2 points a candle. Mike G, Arizona. I'm in Arizona as well, my friend. So Dr. D124, Arizona too. All right, we got a little Arizona community. I'm here in Chandler. So hello to my Arizonian My Phoenicians over here in Arizona. DR, all right. Dominican Republic, man. I wouldn't mind being in DR right now. Detroit, North Carolina. Let me just make sure I got everybody. Paris, Georgia, Canada, New York, North Carolina, Arizona, Detroit, Dominican Republic, Singapore, Djung in Singapore, Arcavi World, Dominican Republic, Corona, California, King Caesar, DR in the house, Idaho, Tyson, all right. Let's go. All right, can we get a little push out of this, or should I clip it here? I think I'm going to have to clip pretty soon. We're fading out here. Where are we? Where are we? Cords Lakes, Prescott Valley, nice. Hello from the East Valley, Chandler, Arizona, for anybody tuned in here in the state of Arizona. All right, let's go, NQ. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can do it. PR77 in the house. PR77, it's always good to see you here, brother. Always good. Nicholas smashed his like button and cracked the screen. No! That wick is no good. That wick is no good. Come on, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Come on, keep pushing. I may have to clip it here. This could be the... At least for this wave, this could be the top for that wave. Come on, don't disappoint me. I am going to start moving my stop in. In other words, I will close in the green. Whoops. Well, 545 is my TP. Let's hope I don't get ticked out. I don't miss it by a tick. I've been known to miss TPs by one tick. But it's fading pretty soon. I mean, this is pretty close to the top of this move before we see a little pullback. So I'm hoping I'm not getting too greedy on this. That's why I've moved my TP, my stop into green. I'm not taking a whole pullback on this again. Ooh, come on. Here we go. God damn it. Did I miss it by a tick again? We're pretty close to the fade of this move, so I'm moving my stop pretty aggressively at this point. Any failure of the 9 EMA or a quick wick down. Come on, NQ. Just a couple more points. This coming to a resistance area, so either we pop PR77 looking in from Kamloops tonight. Oh, you're over there, huh? Come on, 545. Don't disappoint, NQ. God damn it, you had to disappoint. Yeah, that's pretty much the wave for this move. I think that's it. And we'll take a pullback. I'm going to get aggressive on this TP. In other words, I'm not giving too much of it back. Kisan has just subscribed. Welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all. If you're new to the stream, help me out. NQ's not moving. You got time. Just smash that like, smash that subscribe. I'm doing this now every evening, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. I won't do Sunday. Sunday's for the family. But you will see me here Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. And obviously, New York every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Come on, NQ. Just a couple more ticks. Don't you fade on me. And I'm pushing my stop on that 9. Any failure of that 9, I'm not interested. We getting greedy here. Getting a little greedy. Can she give me the 545 or is she going to fall apart? We're down to 2 ticks. God damn it. That other JC closed it. He got nervous. He got nervous. Man, looks like I'm going to miss it by a tick. But I'm moving my TP. Pretty damn close. You either give it to me or I'll take it at 40 or 42. One or the other. God damn it. Just won't make it easy, will you? All right. We got it, boys. We got it. We had a nice little entry here on that pullback. Good stuff, guys. I think a couple of you guys played that long or a similar long, so good stuff. We got what is it, 400 bucks? I am copy trading my accounts tonight, but that's it. I think we'll wait for that pivot point 560. See if we're going to go up there. That other JC, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Thank you. You guys helped with the manifesting. I'm gonna give credit to you guys. You guys manifested that trade for me, so I appreciate you all. Now let's see. I don't think it has the steam to go up to 550 as we were talking about. But Lens Logic. Prop works. Yeah, we got a nice little entry here. We got lucky on the entry here. It was on the pullback. Let's see how far they pull it back here. Good evening to everybody. To anybody new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Yeah, that's why I was, you saw me moving in my stop and profit. I was afraid of one of those 9 EMA touches. Toad Mangstro, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Nice little trade. Let's see if they pull this back even further. That's why you saw me trailing it on the 9. I didn't want any test of the 9 or a failure of the 9 to potentially give up a lot of that profit. So I think at this point, it may continue to hit that pivot point at 560. That's that level we were talking about earlier. That other JC has that level on his fair value gaps. I don't trade ICT, but I know that other JC mentioned fair value gap up there. Sonny has Bookmap, and he mentioned earlier that there's a lot of red up there at 550, 560, and that kind of coincides with what I look at, which are pivot points. We do have a pivot point up there, but surprisingly, we haven't been able to touch it yet. This is the second attempt, and this time taking a sharper pullback. Let's see how far we go. Yep, we have the 200 SMA right here. This red line right around 33. Potential test again. We have VWAP right at 30. So let's see how far it goes. I'm going to reset, get out of the mental loop, and see if we can take another setup. That other JC, okay. So you watched the fair value gaps on Ninja. Yeah, I wish, well, maybe not wish. I just haven't taken the time to learn fair value gaps. I don't trade ICT. My style is more 20 and 200 SMA driven, along with higher time frame levels, pivot points, and VWAP. That's all I use. The simpler I can keep it, the better. Go straight to funded, 548, 555 where I'm seeing large individual players with full clips. All right, guys, I'm going to grab a bite. I'll be right back. Gonna take a little break, get out of the mental loop of price action, and come back and see if we can find another setup. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I mean, initially, like I said, I was watching 550, 560. This was the short, or this is the short area that I'm watching, 560. We come up here, I'll attempt the short, probably even leave it overnight for the rest of the night. We didn't get that push up there, so I adjusted on the pullback to play the long. Now it's, let's wait for a reset. Either it continues to push up or we come back down and then figure out what the next entry is or the next setup. No dinner. Dinner's not ready, that other JC. This is what I got. This is what I got in the meantime. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to be have a little candy bar. All right, now that we're out of that trade and we're waiting for the reset of this, I forgot who asked about a flush. Let's go back to this morning's trade. So this is the trade so far. This morning I only took one trade, one and done. This was this morning's trade during the open. I was done within the first 15 minutes, I think. I was originally waiting for this level. This was the juicy level to long. We didn't get it at the open. So I played this channel, entered out close to the bottom of that channel to the top of this channel. That was a quick 30 points. But the flush, for whoever asked, if you stayed in this channel too long, hoping for continuation, you got flushed out. For anybody who is greedy on that one, you got flushed right out. You got a little bounce, but then pushed right back down. So that's, I forgot who asked what a flush was. That's those quick movements to the downside that NQ loves to do. Johnny Hart, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. King Caesar, I don't trade ICT, but when I see a fair value gap as is, just an area of extension, not consolidation, which means area that has low amount of resistance, that is all I keep it. Simple. Yeah, I haven't really looked into fair value gaps or ICT. They coincide sometimes with, I know sometimes people come into the channel and the chat and they'll say, oh, fair value gap here. And when I look at my chart, they coincide with something else that I look at, whether it's a level, a pivot point, 200 SMA. Nicholas, yeah, flushing is good for scalping shorts, 100%. K-Sun, do you find it hard to optimize gains on those flushes, sometimes cover too soon and other times don't cover? Well, it's hard to predict. I mean, it's hard to know exactly when the flush is going to play out. You still have to play a level or a target, right? You can't just base it on the flush and say, I'm going to hold because it's going to continue. If you got a flush to your target, let it hit the target, right? Flush is just accelerating either drawdown against you or your take profit is getting closer. That's how I play those flushes. Elderly Wisdom. Hey JC, big fan here. Greetings from Israel, Illinois. Welcome to the stream, Elderly. I think it's the first time that I see you or you're chatting. So thank you for coming down and saying hello. Appreciate you. And thank you. I hope you enjoy the stream. Looks like you are. So good stuff. Max, hello from Paris. We have somebody else from Paris. Nicholas Gomez is on the stream right now from Paris. So welcome. So we got my first trade of the night. Now I got to wait for a reset. If they're going to continue to push to 460, which we have that pivot point, right? I have to wait a little bit. Bonjour, bonjour, je m'appelle Jean. Shalom, shalom. All right, slowing down, and now I got two pivot point settings. I got, it's the one I use here. Pivots traditional. So if we look at, I know I show you guys this chart, but this is my 5, 15, and 30 trading view. Let me just make sure. There we go. You guys don't have to look at me all the time. These blue lines are the pivot points. This was the original area I was looking to short. In other words, wait for price action to come here to potentially short it, build a short there, but we haven't gotten it. So then we hit this little area here. That's where you saw the long that I entered on. But those blue lines are pivot points. Kisan, what type of behavior and Kisan or Kesan, what type of behavior and signs you looking for the next short? Just a price, or does it need to have a specific PA or candle pattern? So I just kind of went over that. Pivot points, you know, whether you I mainly use supported sorry. The foundation of my trading is based on support and resistance from higher time frames. You'll see my chart have different levels, right? Those are levels on the 1 hour and 4 hour. Whether you call them support and resistance, supply and demand, pivot points, right? Pivot points are just stronger areas that have had, oh, I can't speak, support and resistance in the past. So it's not a candle pattern. I'm a contrarian. Most of my trades that you see me, whether in the morning session or even here, contrarian trading, right? I wait for a pullback to a level and I long. Vice versa. I wait for price action to come to a level and I short. That's, I mean, for those of you that watch the morning session, that's pretty much all I do, right? Wait for a level and the contrarian trade. If price action continues, right, you have a stop and it's the cheaper trade. This was a contrarian trade, right? You had price come down to this little area, this level, if you want to call it, between 517 and 520, picked the middle of that range, right, and took a long on a pullback. So it's not necessarily candle patterns. There's some that I look for. I think head and shoulders are good ones to look for on higher time frames, but I keep it very simple. I'm not the brightest guy, nor do I intend to be the brightest guy. I'm not a technical or analytical trader. I know there's a lot of ICT, and I know a lot of ICT profitable traders. I just don't have the brain for ICT. Isaac, hey bro, just starting a YouTube channel, streaming my trades live and making trade recaps. How do you get more following, trying to build a strong community? Bro, just be yourself, trade, win, lose, or draw. Don't hide the losses. You'll get more respect, and people will follow you if you are a trader that shows losses. So just be yourself. It's my, I guess, my tip. There's the word I was looking for. Be transparent. On my lives, I've been in serious drawdown live. Okay, there's no reason to hide it. Embrace it. That's part of trading. Go over the mistakes. I've been in drawdown live, and it's not cool. Everybody's watching you. but I think people appreciate the transparency and it shows real trading. I've been in drawdown and recovered live as well. So sometimes being able to maneuver red, in other words, your drawdown, and showing it, I think that brings value. But you see wins, losses, tilt. I've had some I don't think a full tilt. I've had a session where I refused to trade. I refused to take the loss and kept being stubborn. You know, you're just waiting for the reversal. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. And I took a nasty drawdown, just being stubborn and not accepting the loss. I walked out the other day. I think it was in the morning session on Monday or no, well, today's, when was it? When did I walk out? I think it was last week during the morning session. I had a plan. In other words, I had a level. Let's say this was the level that I was waiting for on a long. In other words, I was waiting price to come to that level to long it. I entered the long. There was a news release and I just wanted to do the right thing. I was like, let me get out, let me go flat before the news release. Well, I got out a little too early. The price ended up pushing 45 points in like three or four 1 minute candles. When you miss a trade like that, people saw it live. I was like, guys, I need to walk out. I had to walk out. I had to get out of this office. I went outside, touched some grass, walked around, and came back. I didn't trade. I didn't take any trades after that because your mind just enters that tilt mode, and I've had that. Just like I have good days, I've had bad days. Was the 2K video on your channel? Yes, I keep all my wins, all my losses. They're all there. I don't have a loss, and then that live session magically disappears. My tilt days are there. I had it was like a 2K loss, but I've also had 2K loss days that I recover afterwards as well. So it's been a little mix of everything. I'm not a pro trader. I'm not a trading guru. This is simply my journey here on YouTube, my trading. Where it's going to go, I don't know. I am a profitable trader. That doesn't mean anything really. Things can change, the market changes, but it's simply my journey as a trader. I'm not, like I said, don't watch this stream as, hey, he's a trading guru or he's got courses. I don't do courses. I don't do paid memberships. I don't do paid discords. This is simply my journey on YouTube, and I show my trading style. Some are good, some are bad. And we'll see where it goes. I'm in month one. This is just month one trading the New York session. We'll see how it goes. And it's more of a trading community, right? Not only do you see me trading, but there's a lot of traders, especially in the morning, that are posting their entries, their exits, different styles. I'm going to have guests pretty soon. In other words, you'll see other traders as guests with me, and they're presenting and going over their strategies. I want to have some ICT traders. I want to have, some of the more technical, analytical style of trading as well. That way, everybody gets a little different feel for strategies. There is no one winning strategy. You got to find a strategy that works for you and your personality. Trading is so personality based. I say this multiple times, but you'll understand it when you get your strategy or you find your winning strategy, because you're not going to be able to simply watch somebody, buy a course, or just copy somebody's trading style, because your personality is going to adjust it. Otherwise, every single strategy would be a 100% win rate. The problem is you're not going to fall. Your personality is not going to fall with, let's say, ICT. I've been very upfront. I have friends that do very well with ICT. I mean, insanely well. But I've watched it. I'm like, I'm just not that smart guy. I'm not that smart guy. I need something very simple, very basic, elementary, support and resistance. ICT requires way more analytical, technical trading style. I'm more price driven, especially during the New York Open. It's mainly based on momentum, price action. Yes, we have levels, but my strategy is very different. Anyways, that was my rant or my tangent, and price hasn't moved. Let me go back to the comments. Well, price is back to a standstill here. Tikito JC, when does Asia's session start in Eastern time? That's a good question. My technical traders, when does Asia session start in Eastern time? Tyson Hall, where do you see trading in the next 2 years? Will everyone have Tesla robots at home trading for them? Man, that's a two-part question. Number one, I hope it doesn't become just bots, and I enjoy trading. I think a lot of us enjoy trading. A lot of us like to do this. I have a lot of passion for trading. I wake up every morning at 5:30 a.m. Arizona, so I can trade at 6:30 a.m. New York. And I don't care. I wake up every single morning for I don't know how many years now. I came to futures in 2023, end of 2023, but before that I was trading options. And even with options, I traded the open. I scalped options during the open. So I've been waking up at 5:30 for years. It's a passion. You got to have passion for this. So I hope it doesn't become just bots. I mean, that would suck. This is fun. I enjoy this. This is fun. The next part of that is, are we all just going to have to find some type of algo driven trading? Probably. I've been asking actually on the chat, on the stream a couple times, if you guys know any algorithmic trading software. Please feel free to drop me a DM in the Discord. Actively looking for algorithmic software for trading, for a different type of session, maybe a session using this type of software and how it's used nowadays in trading. So that's a good question on the bots. Technically, we are trading against the bots right now, right? Overnight session, pajama trading, very little volume, and you're mainly trading against algos. Tikito, you trade with prop firms, so which one? I mainly trade with Apex, Take Profit Trader, Bulenox, and there are a couple of others that I have evals that I'm trying to get back into my funded accounts. I've blown some funded accounts, so I'm a little low on funded accounts, but I did submit my Apex payout on Friday. It was approved this morning. So hopefully in the next 2 days, I'll have my, it's a 10K payout, 5 accounts, 2K each. Finally a payout in July. I didn't get a payout in June. January through May, payouts every single month. June, for whatever reason, could not get a payout. Maybe because I started live streaming, I don't know. July though, we're back. We're back. All right, let's see what happens with this 200 SMA, if the 200 is the red line, if it holds here or not. Tikito, Tradeify, very good prop firm. Tradeify, I had beautiful payouts December through March. I blew my Tradeify straight to funded accounts in April or May. I have not. I think with this payout that I'm getting with Apex, it's approved now, so I would expect the Apex payout deposited in the next couple of days. I'm going to use some of those funds for some Tradeify straight to funded. Tradeify is a great prop firm. They have not denied a payout yet. To date, no payout denials. And when you submit for a payout with Tradeify, it's 20 minutes max. Let's say it's an hour. For me, it's been 20 minutes, but let's say they take a full hour. That's quick payouts. PR77, will it go through? I'm assuming you're talking about Apex payout. Yeah, so far this year, I've gotten payouts with Apex, no issues. I had one payout denial, which was based on that Canada trade where my drawdown was higher than 30% in a trade. But we knew that. I knew that going in. I just submitted the request knowing that I was going to get denied. But other than that, I have not had issues with Apex. This one was approved. I submitted on Friday, approved on Monday. So usually Apex pays within like a couple days. Ranjit, do you copy trade across multiple props? Yes, I use Tradesyncer. So you guys see Quantower here, that's my master, and there are some accounts that I copy trade in Quantower that are rhythmic, and then I copy trade Tradeify on using Tradesyncer. Tradesyncer is a cloud web-based copier. In other words, you don't have to install it on your computer or laptop or whatever you use. Tradesyncer is cloud-based. You simply assign your master account from Quantower or whatever you use. It copy trades from the cloud, and I have not had issues. It's probably one of the best developments in copy trading so far, because everything else you have to install, right? If you do Ninja and Replicanto, you're installing it on your computer, and the more prop firms you copy trade, the more potential for lag and issues. What are the other trade copiers? Tradeify. Well, Tradeify, you can only copy trade one prop firm, multiple accounts. Lens Logic, yes, there's slippage, and there's slippage based on prop firm. Like some props, I look at the reports afterwards, like, man, this one there's always some slippage. But I'm not too concerned about the slippage. I'm more concerned of not closing or opening a position, which rarely have issues. There was an issue, I think, last week, but I wasn't trading at that time, where they said that some positions were, I read the email, they had some issues with positions not being closed or something like that. I wasn't trading at that time, but apparently there was an issue last week. And Replicanto, yeah, I've played with Ninja. The problem with Ninja and Replicanto for me is you can only have one rhythmic connection. You can have unlimited Tradeify, but only one rhythmic connection. Max, the copier that I'm talking about is Tradesyncer. There's probably an ad that you see in the video. You do get a 20% discount, I think, right now with Tradesyncer using code JCDT. But again, it's web-based, so you don't have to install anything on your laptop. It keeps with streaming, Quantower, and TradingView, how much more CPU usage can I apply to this? Tradesyncer is just nothing installed on the laptop. It's all handled through the web, through the cloud. All right, went on a tangent there. Let's go back to trading here. Where are we? Not moving. I haven't said hello to anybody on Twitch. I'm actually simulcasting. I'm experimenting with Twitch. So this stream is on Twitch as well right now. Let me just check. Yep. No comments there, so we're good. But today I just started Twitch, and I'll probably add Kick. I know a couple of influencers are day trading on Kick as well now. I think Rips moved to Kick, or simulcast on Kick as well. All right, guys, it slowed down a lot. I think I got the trade of the night. Well, the trade for me at least. I was hoping to get 560 for a potential short, but I don't think we're going to go up there. At least not in the next hour. Wow. Slow. Downside target, if we get up there, I would target that would probably be a trade I'd leave for a couple hours and set a stop and a loss and wake up with either green or red. I'd probably target the 500 area. Tyson, I don't rotate accounts. So when you see me trade during the New York session, I'm copy trading everything. Evals and funded accounts. SIM funded accounts. Clarify. I don't rotate accounts. It just hasn't been my strategy. Not to say it's the strategy. You gotta, some people like to rotate and they'll copy trade maybe one or two accounts and go to the next batch, or just go one account at a time. For me, the less time I'm exposed in the market, I do better. I tried the whole rotating, but when you have 27, 30 accounts, how many trades are you going to take? I'd have to break them down into groups of four, and trade four here, trade four there, and just find setups every day. Now, I'll copy trade the whole thing, win, lose, or draw. That means that if I blow one account, I'm blowing them all, but I'm aware of that. In other words, it's part of my trading. T-Massive is in a short, 530. I wish we had a little more price action. I wish we had a little more price action to say it's going to go up or down. We're stuck in like a 2-point ups and downs now. IGC, do you copy trade evals and fund it together? Yes. I just, I don't know. You maybe just tune in. I throw them all in the batch. I trade 150Ks. Dim, do you take tiny risk on each account since you're copy trading? Like, how much would you risk per day on a 50K sim? Last year, the funny thing is, last year I only traded 50Ks and I made a lot of money. It cost me about 20 grand to get that, the payouts that I got last year. This year I switched to 150Ks. I have blown less accounts, but I've also had less payouts, which I'm probably going to give it another month or two. I may switch back to 50Ks. How much risk? Well, 50Ks only have, what, 2,000 in drawdown anyways before you blow the account. So if your drawdown is 2,000, right, you got to look at it this way. If your drawdown is 2,000, how many trades do you want to give yourself before you blow the account? So let's say you want to be able to take at least 7 trades. That means you can't risk more than 7 times 3, 250 bucks per trade on a 50K. Nate, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, we got a little lucky today, so good. Demon, yes. Let me. I know you guys got a lot of questions, so let me be respectful and read them. Nicholas, what do you mean when you say blowing accounts? So when you blow an account, prop firms, right? Prop firms have a certain max loss limit. In other words, you took losses that hit your max loss limit on a prop firm account and you blew it. At that point, you got to buy a new one and start trading again towards your goal. QQ, that's what I've been doing recently. Good. Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about copy trading them all. Do you set different sizes for different accounts or the same size? 150Ks across the board. I trade Apex rules with all of them. Because I copy trade Apex, and in some funded accounts, I have 7 accounts now with Apex that are funded, or PAs. When I use Tradesyncer, I have to trade them all using Apex rules because those are the tightest. In other words, I can't trade, for instance, take profit trader and say, oh, I have 50% drawdown. I treat them all at like Apex now. That way I keep my funded accounts with Apex safe. But again, copy trading all your accounts is not the recommended approach. It's just something that works for me. I usually like to be done within the first hour of the open and walk out. I've seen other streamers and I know other traders that prefer rotating accounts, less risk. You have to take more trades, but if you blow one account, you blow one, you don't blow them all. You just got to find what style and strategy works for you. Nate, Tradesyncer appears to have works through some of their bugs, trading one rhythmic, 2 Tradeify firms, currently no errors under the flex plan. Yeah, Tradesyncer, listen, when I take a trade though, I do have Tradesyncer on its own laptop right here. Tradesyncer is not connected to this setup that you see here. I have a laptop literally right here. I take the trade, I'm talking to you guys. When I close, my eyes are on that laptop to make sure every single account is closed. If not, it does have a little button where you can flatten everything, but that's what I'm watching as soon as I get out of a trade. But very minimal issues, like I said. Are there issues? Yes. Does it work better with market accounts versus limit orders? 100%. Tradesyncer is designed around market orders versus limit orders. Tyson Hall, yeah, man, anytime. If you guys have questions, there's also other people in the chat here that can help with the questions. The Discord, we get the Discord. If you guys join the community as well, you guys have questions, feel free to type your questions in the Discord. Myself or other members of the Discord are answering questions, giving advice. So feel free. Again, this is a trading community. I don't want you guys to think this is me as a trading guru or selling courses. That's not. I'm trying to build a trading community, a stream with other traders, whether it's a beginners. We got some, we have traders, we have a balance, right? We have traders of prop firm traders. We have some live traders in the Discord. We have beginners, we have more experience. It's just a mesh of ideas to help new traders or experienced traders maybe look at other strategies or other approaches, right? That's what this YouTube channel is about. Building a true trading community with different styles and approaches. That other JC is about to close his long nicely. Now you're up 213. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. I am going to call it a night pretty soon. Jay's Trades, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you. It's slowed down pretty significant now. Nicholas, you can take a look at the Discord. It's in the video. It's in the description of this video. It's on my website. It's on the YouTube channel. It's a free Discord. Everything, feel free to hop on. And anytime you guys have questions, like I said, it's not just me. There's other people in the Discord answering questions, helping out. It's a truly community-based Discord and channel. We're all helping each other out. John Bergeron, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you stopping by. And hey, man, what else can I ask? Thank you for smashing that like and coming down and saying hello here in the chat. I truly appreciate you. Prop Works, he's closed 80% of his trade, and you're going for aggressive levels up there, huh? You're going for that 560 area. All right, guys, I will call it a night. I think that's it for me. It's a good trade. Gets me in the green for tomorrow's New York session. So thank you for everyone who's tuned in. If anybody just hopped on right now, smash that like, smash that subscribe. If you appreciate the channel and appreciate the content, smash that like. Christopher, Tyson, QQ, Ronnie, Nicholas, Propworks, John Bergeron, that other JC, Caesar, QQ, PR77. Always happy to see you here, man. Blast from the Past, Nate, D-Min, Randarin, Team Massive, Tyson Hall, AIVD. Let's see who else. Lens Logic, Renjith, Taquito JC. Everybody who tuned in tonight, and if I missed you, not on purpose, I swear to God. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you do the Asia, I'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Otherwise, I'll see you in the morning for the New York, nasty NASDAQ, New York session, trading the open, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Thank you. I appreciate you all, and have a great night.